Whenever something bad happens in the industry or there's a scandal, you've always got to start the conversation off with asking, is it EA or not, or is EA affiliated with this situation or not? Because this company can't seem to do anything but mess up, and it's their own fault most of the time. They're either upsetting people with terrible microtransactions, they're releasing another terrible game, they don't put enough effort into games that could legitimately be good, and now there's a big scandal going on with EA because at least one of their employees is being investigated for selling FIFA cards for tons and tons of money. Now, I don't really play FIFA or any of the EA sports games because they're the worst ripoffs. They literally just reskin previous versions of games, refresh microtransactions and expect people to be perfectly fine with that and buy those games, and I'm not one of those people. But EA is still a major player in the gaming industry, and that really matters. So the first article that I'm going to be referencing is a Dextero article. EA Sports to investigate alleged FIFA 21 black market uncovered by EA Gate. So EA Sports have seriously clamped down on FUT coins, or FUT coin, and card sellers recently, but one of their own employees has allegedly been caught selling FIFA 21 icons. Now, EA Gate has started trending on social media, and the company is investigating the scandal. Previously, the developers took measures to ensure that trading outside of their own market was near impossible. First, they removed the old FUT trades to stop people selling cards, and then came the price ranges, and the list goes on. Even if we take this one employee, at least, that's being investigated out of the equation, this is still something that happens in FIFA games and EA Sports games, and it is still very prominent. A lot of people have continuously complained about this, and EA's tried to combat it, but nothing that they've done has really worked so far. In court cases, I've definitely talked about this before, EA even claimed in-game items could never be sold for real money. This is a point that they've harped on quite a lot in the past, saying there's absolutely no way whatsoever for employees or other people to resell items in games like FIFA. We've put plenty of safeguards in place, and unfortunately, most of what EA says most of the time is BS, and this is another case of that. On March 10th, however, some serious allegations have spread across Twitter like wildfire. Based on these accusations, which include screenshots and various evidence, EA Sports have put out a statement confirming that they are investigating the matter. So following backlash across social media from fans and partnered content creators alike, EA Sports have released their own official response to the situation. Now, this response isn't anything amazing. It's not really taking accountability for the fact that their employees could be doing this, and we know basically at this point at least one employee who's doing this, but anything that EA says is BS, and people are calling them out for it. They are facing so much backlash, not just from fans, but also partnered content creators of theirs, people who have stuck by them, people who love their games and support their products and show off their products to the world, and everyone is coming out saying this isn't okay, and if it's been going on for this long as it's rumored to have been going on, you're in hot water, EA. So EA FIFA Sports official Twitter account had made a statement. We are aware of the allegations currently circulating within our community related to FIFA 21 Ultimate Team items. A thorough investigation is underway, and if we identify improper conduct, we will take swift action. We want to be clear, this type of behavior is unacceptable, and we in no way condone what is alleged to have happened here. We understand how this creates concern about unfair balance in the game and competition. We will update the community as we get more clarity on the situation. See, this is exactly what happens when a company like EA gets greedy. They make items so rare and so hard to find, people feel like the only way to get them is to buy them directly from third-party sellers, and if employees see a massive profit in reselling these items, they'll take the chance of getting caught because of the profit they could make in such a short amount of time. If EA hadn't made these characters so rare to get, you wouldn't have a situation like this happen, and I'm okay with games having rare items and characters that don't have stats attached to them, but these ones are insane to get from what I've read, and they also do have stats. They're very powerful cards or very powerful characters, and I mean, from what I know, you could spend thousands of dollars and never get one. They are not easy to get. But I want to go to some of the initial tweets that were actually put out by an account named Foot Arcade. Here are just a couple of the tweets. People are paying 2,500 USD for R9 moments and 1,000 USD for guilt moments. Someone said, sounds good. Could I ask how you provide the cards because blank wasn't very clear? And then the supposed employee said, I just need your PSN/EA ID, and then we send them every Monday. The next screenshot shows, I won't risk any ban, right? They are coming straight from EA or to EA. The person responded with, there you have some pictures from happy customers after they received. No risk, can't tell exactly how for security reasons. Someone said, the employee said, at the moment we have 2 packages and they are 3 icons or 3 icons plus 2 TOTY, which are Team of the Years. The price for 3 is €750 and the price for 3 plus 2 Team of the Years is €1,000. We're not talking chump change here. We're talking tons of money in short amounts of time. I mean, imagine if you were someone who was buying $1,000 worth of these characters. You could be spending thousands. You could be getting 5 of these packs or 10 of these packs. Who knows? I mean, if you have money to blow on a video game and you just want the perfect roster, you're going to spend a couple of thousands of dollars, most likely. It continues on to say, I can give he's a friend the same price for him, so $600 for 3, $850 for 3 plus 2. Unfortunately, if you're an average player that doesn't have thousands of dollars to throw into a game, it's basically impossible to get all of these cards unless you're really, really lucky. And I hate when games are set up that way microtransaction-wise. And these are characters with legitimate stats, so your team could be at a significant disadvantage without them, at least from what I understand and from what I've read and all of the research that I've done. It forces people to go to sellers like this, and these people's accounts will probably be banned, like I mentioned, and they will be out of that money. They knowingly did what they did and purchased these cards, and it's not just their fault, but it's also the seller's fault because they shouldn't have tried selling these in the first place. But like I said, when you see how much money you can make off of this stuff, you're tempted to try it, and I bet this employee or these multiple employees are in for a really bad time when EA finds out who they are. But let everyone know your thoughts in the comment section down below about EA Gate. Do you think that this situation will be resolved? Do you think that these people's accounts will be banned? What are your thoughts on EA messing something up yet again? I know it wasn't directly EA, it was an EA employee, but still, it's the type of environment that they foster, unfortunately. If you enjoyed this video though, please make sure to give it a like, share it, and subscribe to the channel. And of course, if you didn't, make sure to give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I will talk to you all again in the next video really soon.